ANOVA is used to compare means of 3 and more groups. Okay. Now we will go to this situation. You will understand. Right. So now the purpose is to compare the means of 3 and more groups. Then we are taking 2 variables. One variable is a category, another variable is metric. Okay. Now, since we are comparing the means, our null hypothesis is there is no significant difference among the means of different categories. There is no difference among. We are using among because we have 3 and more categories. Otherwise, okay, so if I take that I will come later. So now there is no significant difference among the means of different categories. Now alternate hypothesis is there is a significant difference among the mean of different categories. Now we will go to the data set. Before I could go to the data set, let me tell you what I have to do. I have to go to analyze. Since I am going to compare the means, since I am going to compare means of 3 different groups, I have to go to the compare means. Compare mean. So ANOVA mean, compare means. Everybody, you can tell your mind. Compare means. Compare means. Then you can see the list. Then you can select the one-way ANOVA. So ANOVA is available under analyze compare means because we are comparing the means. Simple. Next, if you select it, then you will get pop-up window like this. So one variable we have to put it in the dependent, another variable we have to put it in the factor. Then which variable we have to put it in the dependent? Here we are going to compare the means. The means is more important. Compare the performance, compare the salt level, compare the efficiency. So the efficiency is more important. So the metric variable is more important to us. So we are going to find out means for that. So that metric variable you have to put it in the dependent, and category variable you have to put it into the factor. This you should not change because the system will find out mean for the top variable. So if you put reverse, then everything will be reversed. Okay, next. Okay, so I have written here. I have put here monthly savings, which is a metric variable, and the income, which is a categorical variable. So metric variable I am putting in the dependent, category variable I am putting in the factor. Right. So now, okay. So now we call this as a ANOVA, one-way ANOVA, because now if you see the factor window, that is small. Why it is small? Because we can put only one categorical variable. Only one categorical variable. Otherwise, only one factor variable. That is why we call this is one-way ANOVA. Next, let me go to the data set and I will come. Now, I think probably you know what I have to do. Okay. So now I have to select income level data set. Okay. If I go to the data set, So this is the data sets provided to you. The first is income level. First is let me. So this is the one provided to you. The first is income level. That is what I am going to use now. Okay. So now I have selected that income level. Now variable view. I want to know what is available in the data set. Now the data set name top, it is written income level. Now, okay, so now variable, it contains two variables. One variable is total income, another variable is total monthly savings. Right. So now I'm looking at total income. A total income variable, okay, values I have given, which contains 5 categories. So first category is up to 20,000, second category is 20,000 to 30,000, third category is 30,000 to 40,000. So it is a income category. I have a category variable. It is a category variable. Now if you go and see the data view, let us go and see the data view. Okay, now let me go to the second one. I have not given any option. Right. Now let us see the data view. In the data view, see here data view. Okay, in the data view, income 4. What do you mean by 4? It is a fourth category. What do you mean by 2? It is a second category. 4, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, like that. This is a category which they belong. Each respondent belong. This is their actual savings. So for first variable income category, we cannot find out mean. If you find out mean, you will get 1.2, 1.3 like that, which is not meaningful. So we call it as a category variable. Only categories are available. Options are given, for which we have given numbers. Okay, number represents which category they belong. It is not their actual income. So, but the another variable is their actual income savings. So we can find out the mean. So which is a metric variable. Very good. Now, so now I know I have taken two variables. One is a categorical variable having 5 category. Another is a metric variable. So I can use ANOVA, no confusion. Now let me go to ANOVA. Now already I have told you for ANOVA, I have to go to analyze. I am going to analyze. I have to go to compare means. I am going to the compare means. Then I am getting a list. So in the list, I have to select one way ANOVA. I am selecting one way ANOVA. Now I am getting a box. I am getting a box. Okay, so now I am getting a box. Okay, so in that box I am having two variables. Now, as I have told you already, I have to put categorical variable into the factor. So income is a categorical variable. So I am putting under factor. And then saving is a metric variable. Saving is a metric. Now itself you memorize. Saving is a metric variable for which we can find out mean. Saving is a metric variable we can find out mean. Like that you put it in the mind. Okay, very good. Now I put savings in the dependent. Okay, now let me go to OK. If I go to OK, I am getting one small table on our table. What is this on our table? Okay, let me take it to the PPT and I will. This is the output. Now I have told you already. We know, everybody. We know. Whenever we see the output, what we have to see, that we know. What we have to see? We have to see the significant value. Here, significant value is in the last column. The significant value is 0.000. 0.000. We know that it is less than 0.05, which means we have to reject the null hypothesis. What is the null hypothesis? There is no difference. There is no difference. So now you need to understand why we use the word difference. Because we are comparing the means, we are comparing, see what I will do, I will compare my son with the others. So I will to find out whether my son is different from others or not. I am comparing my performance with others. So to find out whether my performance is along with them or my performance is a little different. Okay, so whenever we compare, we can find out whether you are different. That is why we use the word difference here. We are comparing the means to find out difference. So null hypothesis, no difference. Here we are rejecting the null hypothesis, which means no difference is rejected, which means there is a difference. Okay, so now let us see what I have written. ANOVA result shows that significant value is 0.00 and it is lower than 0.05. So reject the null hypothesis. Hence, there is a significant difference in the savings of the respondent with respect to their income level. Okay. Now, okay. So now we know that they are different. Okay. Then whenever there is a difference, we should not stop, right? Because why we should not stop? Okay, because they are different. Whenever, see, for example, you are comparing yourself with another person. Let us take two. Okay, you are comparing yourself with your friends. Then you are getting a result different. Then different may be your performance may be lower or your performance may be higher. Okay, so you need to know who is performing better, who is performing lower. So because there is a difference, that we know that whenever we want to see all these things, we have to go to the post hoc. Okay, that will come later. Now, before we could go to that, now, okay, now whatever I am going to tell, it is not necessary. Not necessary. If you do not understand, no worry. Okay. So now, even then, okay, even then, now, degrees of freedom. What is degrees of freedom? We know that when the sample size is n minus 1. Okay, so till last one we can put any value, but last one we cannot put. So n minus 1. So here our sample size is 552. So total degrees of freedom, that I am talking about the third column. Total degrees of freedom is 552 minus 1. So 551. Now between groups. Now in the category variable, that is a group. How many groups I have? I have 5 income category, 5 groups. So 5 minus 1, so 4 groups. So we can put you belong which group, the final group. When he is not belonging to these 4 groups, which means he is in the 5th group. That is presumed. That is not freedom. Okay, so 4. Then within groups is 551 minus 4 is 547. Very good. Now, The sum of squares I will come later. Now, what is mean sum of squares? Mean sum of square is sum of squares divided by degrees of freedom is mean sum of square. Here also, within sum of square divided by degrees of freedom, that is the mean sum of square. Now F is nothing but F ratio. Some people they will call it as F ratio. F ratio is between group divided by within groups. Mean sum of square. This between sum of square, mean sum of square divided by within mean sum of square is the F value. Okay. So this significant level is nothing but in the F table where this F value is lying. F value is lying at which significant value they calculated F value is lying. Okay. But whenever you are presenting in a thesis, we don't require the sum of square, degrees of freedom, mean square, all these things not necessary. You have to present this F value. Okay, like I have not written here how to present, because in the table, F table, you have to see the F value, the significant level with both the degrees of freedom. So what you have to write? F within bracket 4 comma 547. Okay, F within bracket 4 comma 547 equal to 34.849. Significant value is 0.00, like that. So you have to write F value along with the degrees of freedom. You need not specify degrees of freedom separately. Within bracket, if you put it is presumed, the reader will understand. When you put F within bracket 4 comma 547, they will say between groups degrees of freedom is 4, within group degrees of freedom is 547. Then you write a F. Okay, you need not put equal to 34.847 comma 0.00. Then they will understand this is a F value, this is a significant value, because the reader, they are understanding different journal, all these things. Okay, so they will understand. Okay, so you need to report F value and the significant value, right? So now how the sum of squares is calculated? Now, how the sum of square is calculated? When it is between groups. Okay, so this you do not understand, but even then some people you will be interested to know. That is why I am telling. Okay, so now that formula also I have written. Now how the formula? Okay, sum of, leave the sum of group mean. That is for example first group. Okay, the mean. Okay, first group mean minus overall mean, okay, square, okay, so variance square into number of people in that group. Okay, that is the count in that group. So mean of that group minus overall square into number of people into that group plus next group, mean of that group minus overall square into number of groups. So that is why we have put sum. So this is the way, if you find out, you will get the, okay, so you will get the between groups, between four groups, between groups, within groups. Then what we have to do is, for every item, every item X value will be there. For example, we have one first saving. Okay, first saving value, X value. Saving minus that group mean in that group. So he within that he is a which group minus that group square. Okay, then like that second item he belongs to which group minus that mean square. Like that if you put within, so that item, that group difference. Okay, so that is within that group, what is the difference? That is across the groups, what is the difference? Okay, So then this is the way we will find out. Okay. So between and within, if you add, you will get total. Very good. Now, probably you should understand this one. So this thing not necessary, but if you know what is the degrees of freedom, 552 minus 1, okay, 5 minus 1, okay, this one, like that, it will be better, okay, better, so that you can be very comfortable when you are doing anything, right? Very good. Now, okay, so now what we have stated that there is a difference whenever there is a difference, okay, because let me tell again, significant value is less than 0.05, reject the null hypothesis. Null hypothesis, there is no difference, no difference is rejected, which means there is a difference, which mean there is a difference mean, so every group mean, difference in the mean, that is the meaning. For example, for each group there will be a mean, okay, for example 3 section, so mean marks of section A, mean marks of section B, mean mark of section C, they are different. They are different. The means are different. So now we are going to say which is more, which is less by looking at the mean. Okay. Now I am going to use the post hoc test.